Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Thomas if you're brand new, and I make style and hair related videos every single week. So if that's your kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button and come back and visit me every single Monday. Alright, so today I actually have a guest. This is Brandon.
Hi.
Also known as Microphone. Look, I'll tell you about the topic today. We're talking about male hair pieces and talking about hair loss solutions for men, because I have been doing a lot of hair growth content lately, and hair loss is something that, no, not a lot of you are struggling with, but more than 50% of you will struggle with at some point. So I think having this type of content to provide to you guys is a really good idea. And Brandon has been so kind to come on camera today and show us his hairpiece that he's wearing. This hair actually isn't real. Sorry, I told everyone your secret. We're gonna talk about the hairpiece, and we're gonna cover everything from pricing to where you find them and how to actually apply them, and pretty much go from there. You cool with that?
100%.
When you went and got this hairpiece, like, where did it all begin for you? Like, how did you, realizing that you were going bald and then finding this as a solution?
Well, for me, I knew I was going bald from actually in my early 20s, so probably around 2021, because I had a ridiculously far receding hairline, which I knew that was like, you can't hide that. When you start going receding, like there's no hiding that. And because I used to keep my hair really short, I couldn't even do like a comb over sort of thing. But for me, the straw that broke the camel's back was I was getting my hair cut, and my hairdresser was sitting there and she's like, do you pin your wigs in for my drag at the back of my head? I'm like, I don't pin them in. Yeah. She's like, oh, doll, yeah, you're getting a little bit of a spot at the back. And for me, I freaked out. Yeah. Because that was last year, just before my 29th birthday. And I'm like, I'm under 30. I'm like, I can't be losing it from both sides. Yeah. Like, so no, I was like, I need to find some sort of thing.
Can I just say as well, like, sorry, if I got told that in the hairdressing chair as well, I'd probably shit my pants. So
oh, it was horrible, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, I can't be losing hair from both the front and the back. Yeah. And I'm still not 30, and I'm like, and I'm not ready to shave my head. Yeah. So it was a scary experience for me.
Obviously it brings up insecurities, but what are the main things that were running through your head when you go, shit, this is actually happening, I'm going bald?
Well, for me, I'm like, well, one, do I do the whole like complete head shave and just roll with it? Yeah. Which, like I said, I wasn't ready to do. And it wasn't until I saw a friend of mine on Instagram and was like, hang on, because I've known them for a while, and I'm like, you went from having no hair to a full head of hair. I'm like, that's
what's going on here.
So I private messaged him, like, spill. Like, it wasn't even like I didn't even do like a, you know, the generic, when you want something from someone, you're like, hey, how are you? I was just like, no. What's going on here? When he told me, and so I looked up the company in Brisbane that I get this from, which is Replique Hair Management. So I looked him up and was just like, okay, so it's Brisbane, which is good, close for me. Had to look at all the different pieces, and I'm like, this is exactly what I need.
While I'm sitting here, it looks very realistic. If I didn't know you or didn't know you had it, I probably wouldn't ever say anything to you about it. Like, I wouldn't go, oh, is that real? Yeah. But has anybody actually ever pulled you up on it?
Since getting this one, no. So my first one, yes, but only because I'd gone from having no hair to a lot of hair. Yeah. So a lot of people did kind of go, hang on a second.
Yeah, okay.
But
figure it out.
That's only the people that knew me. So if you my first time ever meeting you, you'd have no idea. Yeah. Same with this. Like right now, I can walk down the street or chat to people, and
it just looks so real.
No one would know, because the way that it's cut in and blended to my actual hair, the technology for it, the way it sits, it's just, you would have no idea.
So nobody's ever gone like, someone that you didn't know, they've never pulled you up on it?
No.
And in terms of your confidence, like, what has it done for you since you've gone and got it? Like, do you like it better than your real hairline ever was?
100%. Like, I mean, I had a massive forehead from just where my hairline was sitting. And so I was doing everything I can to either position my hair to like minimize that, lengthwise, style-wise, color-wise, just to hide it. Now having this, I don't have to worry as much. Yeah. Because it's given me a amazing hairline that I'm happy with.
And it looks so full too, and we were just talking about it before. So in terms of lengths and styles, you were showing me some pictures from before. Let's just put the pictures here, because I thought this was pretty cool actually. So when you buy them, can you select what length you want?
What happens is they come as a stock standard size, which is, I'm pretty sure it's about 10 inches long. It gets cut to the style that you want. For example, they put it on your head, obviously make sure it's sitting right before it's all attached. They've got a hairdresser on site that will blend it in and make it look as natural as possible. So cut it to however length you want, whatever style you want.
Yeah.
So for mine, because I hadn't had long hair in such a long time, they're like, okay, how do you want it cut? I'm like, no, don't cut it. Like, I want to enjoy this. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've got hair.
Can
like,
we insert pic here, actually? This was the
Yeah.
blonde one that you had first,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I thought this looked really cool. It reminded me of my undercut that I used to have, like,
Yes.
at the 10-inch and all shaven under here, but it looks so normal. And the cool thing I thought was, like, you can just change your style at any point,
Yep.
and it looks completely natural. That's what I thought was really groovy about it.
Which is what I love about it as well. Like, I could go and have a few of these in different lengths and styles and colors, and just every time I need to reapply, I can just change it to a different piece.
Yeah.
Which is what I love. I can essentially have a full-on hair wardrobe that's going to build up my confidence, have me looking as good as I want,
Yeah.
and not have to actually spend the time and effort in a hair salon, sitting down, getting it cut, getting it colored, getting it, because you can spend sometimes, 3-4 hours at a hair salon, depending
Yeah.
on what you're getting it done.
And then that's what you got to have for, like, ages.
Yeah, so whereas this, 2 to 4 weeks, and I can change it.
It was cool. You could even, like, put it in a man bun as well. I think
When
I need
it's
to just
long,
shave
yeah.
my head and get into wigs and stuff. This is just bloody
I
cool.
don't think you'd be allowed to shave your head.
Yeah, no, everyone would kill me. All right, and then in terms of, like, pricing for value, what do you think of that? Like, well, obviously you've gone and got it, so you
Yeah.
think it's worth it, but, like, other people would be sitting there thinking, like, oh, is this even going to be something that I could do? Like, some people wouldn't even think it was possible for them. So
Yeah.
what do you reckon?
Well, for me, I think pricing-wise, it's actually really reasonable. The pricing is $700 per piece. That includes your first 2 applications. And
With the people?
Yep.
Okay.
First 2 applications with the people, and they cut and style it for, like, in that price as well. For a full human, because this is all 100% human hair, so for a full human hair piece, like $700 and including the application, I think that's really well done.
Yeah.
They do offer options as well. I'm just a barista, like financially I'm not well off, and they do offer obviously like your Afterpay, your ZipPay or payment plans
Cool.
to help pay it off, which helped me out a lot because I was stressing thinking I don't have $700 just to drop down straight away on a
Yeah.
new.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
money, man.
It is. It's a ridiculous amount of money, but for me, I look at the long run going, it's an investment that's helped me out so much with my confidence, with my like everyday life, that I'm happy to have spent that money.
Yeah. Well, and then how long will one of these pieces last you? Like until the hair dies, or because it is human hair?
Yeah, so depending on maintenance and care of the piece, so as long as you aren't sitting there like stressing and ripping out your hair,
Well, at least you can't lose hair from stress. Like,
anymore. Yeah, as long as you maintain it and look after it, it can last anywhere between 6 to 12 months.
okay.
So it is a long-term investment.
Let's get on to the application of it now and actually take this thing off and have a look at what it all looks like underneath, and because that's the exciting part. I mean,
Well, for you.
I
not
know
for me.
this is the first time Brandon's ever like said that he's shown off like what it looks like under the cap. He's very like sensitive about it. So
Yeah.
I'm extremely grateful that you've like come here
like-
today to actually show it off. Like I think it's really cool, and we're gonna get into that right now of how to apply it and watch all the cool stuff. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, so now that we've had a chat about this hairpiece, it's time to actually apply it on. But the first question I had for you was how often do you have to like take it off and reapply it?
Well, it all really depends on the type of adhesive that you use.
Yeah.
So for me, myself, I use a 4 to 6 week tape.
That's this.
Yes, that's this one. So I personally change it after every 2 weeks, just because that way then it's a little bit more comfortable. But it can last up to 4 weeks. You can also get special glue or tape that goes 6 to 8 weeks.
Right? Okay.
Personally, I don't like that just purely because after a certain amount of time, your head starts to feel a little bit like
Yeah,
itchy and-
I can imagine with like all the sweat and stuff, it
Yeah.
probably gets a little bit clammy under there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you glue it on for 2 weeks. Can you shampoo it while it's glued on?
100%.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
it's waterproof.
so I wash it every 2 to 3 days like you would your normal hair. So pretty much once it's on, you just treat it like it's
Normal
your
hair.
normal hair. Because it's 100% human hair.
I love it. Oh.
Yeah, so it's 100% human hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just treat it like it's normal. My piece is slightly different to most that you can get. So yeah, you've got the 4 lace panels here,
Yeah.
which allow for airflow through to my scalp, so it doesn't get as hot and can breathe a little bit more.
Sure.
Whereas most pieces are just this like thin skin technology.
Yeah, so no breathing.
No,
Wow.
no.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's get into that and see how you do it.
So yeah, I'm using the Ultra Hold 2 to 4 week roll of tape. I do like it to be quite secure on top of my head. With this, we'll measure out roughly how far across my head I want it to stick.
And it's double-sided, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So you stick one side to the piece, and then...
Do you want me to hold those?
if you can, thank you.
I am the assistant today.
So I'm going to go with this one across
The top.
So I've just done first piece directly down the center.
Yep.
So I've just done like that.
Perfect. A bit more over that way. Yeah, there you go.
Now, I'm just going to do the last few just around that. So now I'm just going to do just around these edges here, just to make sure it's nice and secure on my head. Like even in winter, depending on what you're doing during the day, your head gets ridiculously hot and can overheat really, really quickly.
Yeah,
If
I
you-
feel it in summer. Oh my God, it's terrible, especially with all this mop. Far out.
Cool, so then that's all done there. So I've now put it in essentially all corners and all facets of where I want it to stick on my head. Now it's what I call the tricky part is trying to remove the white strip without actually taking the tape off the piece.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you can see now, all of the backing tape has been taken off. I'm now going to apply it onto my head.
Ooh, the moment.
This, for me, is probably one of the most frustrating parts because the tape doesn't have much give.
Okay.
So once it's on, because this is a very, very strong hold tape, so once it's on, it's on. So best thing that I do is try and measure
Watching the camera.
where I want the front of the piece to sit, so where I want my hairline to sit. Then I have to I have to work somewhat slowly to try and...
Whoa.
So I do have a little, that hurt, air bubble in there.
Yeah.
So that's on. Now I just have to apply
Lean forward a bit more.
I just have to apply some moderate pressure,
Yeah.
just to make sure the tape adheres.
So cool.
And that's done.
It's so hard to like detect as well.
That's the great thing that I love
So
about
I
them.
need to like have a...
No, you're
like,
right,
really
go
good
for
look.
it.
And then unless like you're like fully...
Yes.
And when you pull like that up, like that is still a very, very, very faint thing. Like I'd have to like really come up and have a look at it. Hey.
Yeah, if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't notice it. Obviously, for myself, I know it's there, so I can see it all the time. Plus, that's what helps being this ridiculously pale. It blends in really well.
Yeah.
Obviously, now what I would go through and do is probably wet it and style it a little bit. The good thing with this, though, is because it is now dry and I did wash it last night, I can somewhat move it how I want.
Yeah. I just can't believe it. It
done.
actually looks like your real hair. Yep, and then the other side. All right, well, thank you so much for showing us that. That was the most interesting process ever. I can't, but literally, can you just do a little turn as well? It legit looks like actual, well it is, it's human hair, but I can't believe how real it looks on his head right now. It's freaking crazy. Thank you so much for coming in and showing us that.
No, you're welcome.
Is there anything else that you would want to, if anybody was out there wanting to get one of these or was thinking about it, is there anything else you'd want to say to them? Because I think we've covered like everything of how you would do it.
Yeah, pretty much. The only other thing that I would say is just don't let the idea of the fact that it's a hairpiece scare you away from it. Like I can still go and do everything normal day to day and not worry about it. You'd be surprised how much it helps boost your confidence. For me, it's just tenfold. If you're looking into it or you're scared about your hair like disappearing and that sort of stuff, and you want to try and get on top of it now with something before you lose it, I'd definitely go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Well, and I guess it's never permanent, is it? And like on top of this is just one solution out of many, depending on what like hair loss stage you're at. Like I have been covering a few other things that you can do to prevent hair loss or try and reverse it. It all depends on what stage you're at. This is also, just while I'm saying it, it would be more for people that are in the really late stages of hair loss. Something like this would be the perfect thing, because with a hair follicle, you can't, once it's dead and the DHT has destroyed it, or like your genes have started depleting, you can't actually get that hair back until you implant it or put something else from a foreign place in your body in. So this is more of the later down the line sort of stuff that you would do in hair loss, but there is multiple solutions that you can go for, and I think it's great. I really, really love it, and I kind of like, or I just want to try wigs myself.
It's like
Just because of the versatility. I think that's why I really like them.
Well, that's what I love about, like I said before, is that I can change my look and my style when I want to.
Yeah.
Like, I can next week go and buy a blonde piece and go back to being blonde.
And I guess, like, after you get over the fact that it's like a wig, it'd just become normal, wouldn't
100%.
it? Yeah, cool.
And it's cool too, because I can dye it whatever color I want as well. So when I'm blonde and I get sick of being a blonde, I can dye it dark.
Yeah, and not have to worry about like, fuck, I gotta grow this back.
No.
Your Instagram handle, is it, you don't have one for Brandon, do you? You just
No,
have microphone.
well, no, it's all mixed together because I'm lazy and definitely cannot handle 2 Instagram accounts.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, let's be real. But no, you can follow me at microphone, MYACRAFONE.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you'll probably put
In the comment
somewhere.
section, do you get the name? Like, because some people don't get the name.
Microphone, yeah. You'd be surprised. You can follow me on there if you have any other questions that you want to ask, by all means. I can also direct you in the right direction for if you're obviously in Australia, because I don't know much about obviously any of these things overseas, but if you're in Australia, I can direct you in Queensland, best place to go, and also in Melbourne, so Victoria.
Cool. Any questions, ask them below and I'll flick them onto Brandon, or you can message him through Instagram as well to ask any questions.
Tell me how pretty I am.
All right, guys, thank you so much for coming to watch. Thank you for coming on here.
You're welcome.
And I'll see you next week for another video. Goodbye. Do you want to do my clap out? You just go...